Now, my Sheikh Suleiman Dede, he was a very simple man. The very first time he came to the United States, his message for us barbarians, and we were barbarians at that time, was keep the love of God in your heart. Keep the love of Allah in your heart, and you will have nothing to fear, and you will be full of energy, and you will love life. And he was a living example of that. This is the simple message. Keep the love of God in your heart. But this is not a theology. This is not a God of any particular religion. It's not a God in a dualistic sense of an ultimate being we have to please or we should fear. It's something much subtler than that. It's something about the nature of reality, that reality itself is love. And there's nothing more important for us to know than to know this. And the only way we're going to truly know it is with this instrument called the heart, which has a different kind of knowing than the brain. Somebody could repeat these words, but without the lived experience of this, and they would just be talking words, and what would it matter? What would it sound like? It would sound like talk. It would just sound like theory. But it's possible to live these truths. It's possible to make it the very core of our experience. So how do we do it? Well, you know, there's so much to be said about this. I almost don't even want to begin. But I'll come back to a few simple things and say, it begins with presence. It begins with that state in which we are whole and in the present moment and not living completely in our heads or preoccupied with desires, comforts, discomforts, and pleasures of the body, but when we are living in an awakened state. That is, all of our faculties working. We're aware of our thoughts, our feelings, our sensory experience. We're whole in this moment. That's what we mean by presence. And I wrote a book called Living Presence, which actually is coming out in a 25th anniversary edition in 2017. Just a book just to talk about presence and how presence can be cultivated. So this is the first step. But presence eventually, presence or mindfulness opens up to heartfulness, or what the Sufis call remembrance of God. And remembrance of God begins to become real when we sense that our presence is related to a vast ocean of presence, and that in a way what we're calling our presence is sourced in something much greater. Yes, I have consciousness. I have a little bit of love. I have, you know, now and then, maybe a little bit of patience, not very much. I have these qualities, but these qualities are not even my own. They're sourced in a vast, infinite ocean of being. This is what we mean by the divine. This is what we mean by God. So when individual presence begins to feel this relationship with the larger, the infinite presence, then we realize this is something very important here. I need this. I need this awareness moment by moment. I need to be grateful. I need to be in a state of wonder. I need to be aware that there is a cosmic intelligence operating in every detail of life. That life is not just an accidental concatenation of events and things randomly impacting each other, but that the universe, this existence, is more like mind and information than it is things. But let me remind us again, that it's not just information and it's not just quantities, it's also a universe of qualities. So from this infinite source, infinite qualities are manifesting, and those qualities are all here to educate our hearts, to awaken us to the awareness of the true nature of existence, which is an existence of beauty, of generosity, of what religions call grace.